What's happening, guys? Dan here, DD Speed Shop, round 2 of the Lefferted 72 Challenger. Anyway, before we left, the car was on the trailer, pulled the old hot rod around here. So it came, hopefully it's not too windy, with this fine 383, and you guessed it, I can't move it. I pulled the valve cover off, doesn't actually look that bad. Nothing's all seized up or anything. Alternator, it still spins freely, which makes you think it's, you know, water pump moves. So it was in a outdoor tent kind of building and stuff like that, so definitely wasn't perfect storage, but it wasn't out just in the elements. Fortunately, the carburetor was off, the exhaust manifolds are off, and the spark plugs are out of it. I have already sprayed some penetrating oil on the one side. I obviously can't get to the other. So once we get this junk out here, we'll roll it on its belly. We'll maybe dump a little bit of ATF and some diesel oil or diesel fuel in the cylinders, let it sit, see if we can get her going, because this would be nice. It's a 3.3 727. Worst case, I have brackets and a set of valve covers. Here are the fenders. You know what? We've seen better days, obviously, but there's still a set of fenders. We got the grill, the headlights, all that sort of stuff is in there. And in the back, I have the windshield, or rear window, I should say. These valve covers look good on that. Painted black, and I'll kind of scuff these up, huh? Transmission cross member, miscellaneous wiring, foot hinges, fuel pump, some sort of spare water pump. Who knows? Who knows? But what we're gonna do now, unstrap the doors closed. We're gonna open it up. I'm gonna pull everything in there out here. We'll get it all kind of cleaned up, maybe hose it all down, and I'm not going to rebuild it, I'm not going to do anything, we're not going to clean anything. We're going to simply put it back together as a car. So this is the classic story. Guys saw the car together, looked good but rusty, needed work, brought it home, ripped it all apart, sat for 10 years, 12 years, whatever it was, and never made it back together. He paid money for it. That motor, actually, he paid real money for it because he knew it was a known good motor, and then life happens and let it sit. Then some long hair hippie like me is going to show up, give you $600 for something you got $3,000-4,000 invested in, unfortunately. I hate to be that guy, but I'm saving this thing. We're going to get it back in saleable condition because we're trading it for a real hot rod. This is a nice car. So actually, honestly, it's a good builder. I would have no problem keeping this car, but I mean, if you're new here, I just got rid of 2 Challengers. I had them last summer. I got 2, and I just sold one a month ago. My last one a month ago. They don't do it for me. If it was a CUDA, I'd be keeping it, but it ain't. And we can turn it into something I do want. So we'll set the camera up. We'll start unloading everything, pull it all out, see what we got, hose it all down, and slowly but surely put it back together. I do have tail lights. I have all sorts of stuff. I want it to look like a car for myself, but also for those damn neighbors that don't appreciate all this junk just sitting around. Can you believe it? It's 2021. I thought we were supposed to accept everybody, including my strange addiction. All right, we'll trip it apart. Okay, we ratchet strapped the window in because it was, well, it's just sitting there. Again, this thing was kind of half pulled apart, but I figured if the window was out, the back window was out, it might blow everything out the back window. I bought this thing, when I originally looked at it, it was sitting in up against a bunch of brush. I could only see the one side. So I made a deal on it, and then they moved it when I picked it up. So, I hardly looked through it at all. Wow, this thing's got extra parts, because I already have a center console. It's got another center console. Huh, I'm going to have some swap meet parts. Anyways, what do we got? Gentle. So dash. Cool. VIN number. Win. So a big part buying this thing, it had a title. I know some places that's not a big deal, but here having a title is You don't got one, it could be a pain. What's this? Front bumper? Yeah. I must have a spare bumper because I got another bumper somewhere else. So it looks like it was a beige interior. Someone's kind of painted black, maybe? Door panels are black. And rat shit. Black, black. Sill plate. Vents. Set of headers for my C's motor. Never really have too many sets of headers, right? It's probably $100. You know, I feel like it's like a scene of Storage Wars. Get my money back. Oh wow, there's a lot of crap in there. Literal crap. That's cool. Center console, that's gonna be a few bucks. And it has the shifter, like the ratchety shifter, I see that. Window trim. Why do people take it so far apart? Package tray. You know what? I'm gonna get a mask. So the rest of this, a lot of stuff looks like it just got tossed in, but some of it's been here for a while, and the most poop is real. I went pink for style points. These were painted black. This is gross. All rat shit. All right, so we got everything out of it. You know, it's bad, but I was expecting worse. The front floors are unhappy. The back floors are mediocre. The actual passenger side isn't too bad. I think you just patch it in a few little spots. I mean, it's completely gutted. Everything is right out of it. Unfortunately, but way she goes. Rockers and stills look okay. The door jamb area looks okay. I don't know. Buildable car. It's It's got door panels on the back pieces. They're obviously painted. It has the front kicker area, all the defrost vents, all the trim, all the inside trim. This is all miscellaneous wiring and stuff like that. Just kind of toss that there up top. We have more inside trim. We have the center console piece, which, like I said, I have two, because there's one sitting over there by the radiator and stuff, and the tail lights. The front bumper, the dash with all the wiring and everything in it. So that's good. The back seat doesn't even look too bad. Everything's dirty. Front seats obviously wore out in the ass like they all are, but they're Mopar bucket seats, so it's got to be worth something. Around the back here, unfortunately, the trunk is a little worse. What happened right here, I'm gonna drop something. They took the headliner out, and it got soaked and stuff like that. So all the rods are still there. This is the front valence piece, but kind of rotted out the floor. Unfortunately, such is life. Hood hinges are there. I don't know what's in this box yet. It looks gross. Heater box has the core and all the stuff in it. I assume the core's probably wore out of it, but oh, AC car. As I assume that's AC car. I've never seen things like that, so that's kind of cool. I don't know. Like I said, in here, this floor's fairly solid. A little bit the front soft. Shifter stuff's still in there. Column's still in there. Brake pedal. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna clean all this junk out. I'm gonna vacuum it. I'll probably hose it all down, and then we're literally just gonna toss some stuff back in. I'm not gonna assemble anything, but you know, put the door panels where they should be, and put the seat in. Put the front seats probably just in their little holes. Start putting that in. The trim and all that I'm gonna leave off. I'm not gonna screw on all those things. I'm gonna put the center console where it should be. Maybe put a bolt or two in the column so it'll hold itself where it needs to be. Oh, I guess maybe we'll slide the dash in, just let it sit there. Just zip ties and bubble gum. Hold it together, make it look like a car. This thing's cool. I mean, I don't need it. Maybe you do, but it's cool. Well, I hosed her down, and while I was kind of letting it all dry, because I'm just going to start tossing stuff right back in it. But, you know, this is the classic clean it and don't take it apart. Don't take it apart. Quit taking these cars apart. But,
yeah. If they don't take them apart, you can't get them for...
I've said that already. If they don't take it apart, I can't afford it. So keep taking them apart, losing interest, and email me, dan@ddsspeedshop.ca, for your forgotten projects that you want to lose a bunch of money on. I wrestled the front clip on. Man, I wish I had this hood on those other Challengers. I had the wrong angle. Daniel's right in the way. Miles away him. But, yeah. No, that's mint. So, I'm going to, we'll crawl in there. Just like the wiring and kind of all the trim, all that stuff. I'm just going to start tossing that all in the trunk. And, because that's all, that sill plates, that sort of thing. Door handles, put all those together in a little bin. Center console, I'm going to hose all that stuff down. Put that in there. I assume this will just kind of fit in on top, and probably if I just put two nuts on the column to hold it up, because it looks like I was taking out, it looks like 1/4 inch. Hopefully they're not something weird Dodge. Slam that in there, zing the column up, that'll hold that in. The heater box I'll just throw on the floor, maybe even the trunk. Put the back seats in, well, door panels, back seats, front seats. What else is there even in this thing? Yeah, then I think I want to put, I got, like I said, I have tail lights I want to put in it. I found the grill. It's over here. Looks to be in decent shape. So whether I just put a few zip ties or something like that in there, put it on, make it look like a car. I want to roll the motor flat so I can fill the other side full of oil. Let's see if this thing would roll over. I didn't put the hood hinges on. I literally just put it in. There's a couple of, well, it's a race car, right? So it had hood pins. I had cotter pins. Same thing. Put that in there. I think I have a little bit of urethane. I might just put 4 dollops in to hold the glass. I'm sure that'll have to come out again, but just so it's not going anywhere. Yeah. No, it's a matter of like a couple of hours. The neighbors came and complained. Right? 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 Alright. We'll set the tripod up. We'll start wrestling stuff inside. So this is the, what I was talking about. I just tossed on this door panel and literally just put a zip tie on it to hold it. I mean, it's just barely on there, but it ain't going nowhere. So we'll put in these back panels, and we'll just kind of watch. These will just kind of fit into place, I'm thinking. If I put them in.
Gentle, gentle. Those are pristine.
These are pretty nice, actually. And I'm going to jam the seat up against them. I think that's all I'm going to do. I guess the back seat's like, the top's got to go in first. One of these had a bunch of... Oh shit. Fine. So yeah, we'll just kind of jam her all together, and this thing is going to look, whoops, like a, wow, automobile right here. Cool. Yeah. Go. Am I an idiot here? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Everything is studs on these things that pokes you in the ass. Can't Dodge just use bolts? Why do they gotta use studs? Oh, the gas pedal? On this? Oh, I see how this works. Look at that. You pass me that seat?
I'm not touching that.
Hardly got any Z's on it. Where was your sense of attention? This smells like pee.
That's why I'm not touching it.
Foot's gone the rest of it. Sorry about that, future owner. No one's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Look at that. Pop the front seats in real quick, guess where we're at. Put these in a box. Which side is which?
Does it matter?
Assume the, well, just for the adjuster for the tracks.
Oh.
Probably goes outwards. I'll take a break, but I'll put the other seat in real quick from the other side, or toss it right through. And yeah, I guess trying to jam the dash in. How hard can it be?
Why don't you just put the dash in the back seat?
So I'll play a car. Okay, so check it out. Door panels are on, we got seats in. I just jammed that center console in there. Seems like a nicely optioned car. I don't know if they're if column or console shift with that ratchet thing was super common or not, buckets and all that, or they all had that maybe. I mean, that Dodges are weird. Like Satellite has bucket seats column shift. I think that's weird. So let's try and jam this ratty. Oh, that's just a little crunchy. Oh, this is heavier than it looks. Oh god. I understand now why the steering column was dropped, but it's still a little awkward. Adding in the trailer factor. Wow. How are we doing this? It's like Tetris or Jenga or something. Oh, the door's gotta be open. The other door does for sure. Shit.
You want me to go open that?
It might fall off. Let's pop it open real quick. The other. Just I think at the door. Where that goes. Whoops. Where's Steve Dulcich when I need him? Oh yeah. Looks about right, eh? I thought this would pull itself in place a little better than it did. Just may need a few more nuts and bolts. Zip ties. Alright, I'll mess around with this and we'll be back. Well, we're getting to be near the end of the day. Running out of daylight. Sun's going down. Fall. It sucks. Anyways, look at this thing. I did like literally just zip tied on the front end. I put some bolts in the bumpers, put the grill in, like that. The interior's kind of dialed together. The next thing is, hold that. Cam Rome and Danny's taking over. Got the tail lights. They just have these little speed nuts, whatever they're called. So we'll put those, the tail lights in. I screwed around with the trunk latch. I think it should work now. Huh? That's not bad. I glued the windows in. I just had some seam sealer left over from when I did the floor on the 57. So it's not the best, but if you sealed in there, it's going to sit for a while outside. I gotta see if I can get the window up in that door yet, just to kind of keep all the elements and whatnot out of it. I mean, we don't want this thing rusty. Let's be honest, it's a high performance automobile, right? Yeah, we got all that. Then all that's left, this box here. It's got like an old water pump stuff. This might be some motor stuff, which I'll keep, but it's got like transmission cross member. I don't know what's in here. I gotta go through that. Some wiring that'll go with it. This box is in the trunk. Again, I don't know what's in that yet. And we'll toss the heater control or heater box.
Isn't that the style of fan that people always say can kill you?
This will kill you, yeah. I should probably put this in the trunk with Josh. Yeah, what these do is at low RPM, they're curved over and they're pushing lots of air, and as you RPM, they flatten out.
Turn into knives.
Well, they flatten out. What happens is they like Coke can and then let go. So if you see one of these, stay away. They're fine on the car. It's when guys are like under the hood and they're winging the thing. That's when it's no bueno. But yeah, the thing is like, it's been a long day, but it's like a car again. So.
We started at 9 in the morning and it's like 7 o'clock.
Yeah. We got another hour or so to go, but we'll get it together and then really it's done. We'll finish off the video with Mike towing it away tomorrow night. After work tomorrow, Mike's gonna pick it up, take it to his place for some storage. I think the thing is sweet. A nice little project for some poor sucker customer. That's what tail lights in. All right, it's all together. give her a quick hose down. I might wash it before it goes tomorrow, but it's good. It's got like moss and stuff like that. I mean, it's sitting outside, and who knows where for 10, 12 years that'll happen. Got the tail lights all in. So they're good. One had a crack in it, but really, she's all together. Just got that one box to go through and decide what I want to keep for motor parts. And if I don't know what to do with this drive. This drive shaft is like trying to mold it themselves, so it's pretty shit. I might want to keep the yoke just in case. Otherwise, I think that's it. It looks cool though. Look at it in the sunset. You know, this is one of those things that if I didn't just have 2 Challengers, and now a third, I think about keeping it, but man, I'm glad these are on the road. I'm glad someone else is going to own it, but it just ain't for me. Keep your cars together. If you don't, be fully prepared to lose money to a guy like me who will then put it together in one day and flip it on to the next guy for another car I really don't need but really, really want. Oh, yeah, guess in the comments what I'm getting next. Maybe we'll do like, if you get the perfect year, make, model, we'll send you a t-shirt. It's pretty cool, eh? But you get one guess, no multiples, and the first one gets it. Danny will be in charge of it. So don't email me, talk to Danny. Yeah, hit the buttons, up, thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you on the next video.